California and Nevada without power.
Absolutely not true, and says that it's the PM.
Probably for the best, because had they known that we actually have weather like we do, they probably would have all moved here and then we'd be overpopulated. So a blessing in disguise, maybe.
Still not enough to recover.
Your exclusive AccuWeather forecast with Kristy66544 on Fox 10 News.
It's kind of hard to believe with the nice weather that we have right now that just out in California they're getting pummeled with that storm. But I guess
we're shielded by it, at least for now. We could see the effects of a couple systems behind it in a few days, but you wouldn't know it today.
No,
it's
not at
80s,
all.
It's warm, there's
Gorgeous.
sunshine out there, so that atmospheric river brushing all that moisture toward parts of Northern California and Pacific Northwest, not influencing our forecast at all. You can tell that outside right now. We're looking at very warm temperatures, 80 degrees right now as you look outside, the dew point in the upper 30s. So relatively dry, and the wind's pretty light, about 5 miles an hour. Bit of cloud cover, of course, up to the north on that wide shot, and then as we get in closer, you'll see all of that rain in addition to the snow along the Sierra Nevada. But for Arizona, the dominant feature, high pressure. This ridge is going to amplify and really strengthen over the next few days, bringing us warm and dry conditions, as well as numbers that are well above the seasonal norm. So outside this afternoon, any of those lower desert locations, it's pretty warm out there, anywhere from 74 in Globe to 75 in Safford. Low 80s for Gila Bend and for Yuma, and then up into Bullhead City, 81 degrees there. Flag, upper 50s right now, in Window Rock 62, so a little bit cooler numbers. Across the valley, we are seeing some 70s. We're seeing, of course, some 80s on the map as well, anywhere from 81 in Glendale, the warmest spot on our map right now, to upper 70s for Mesa, Chandler, Buckeye, Goodyear. You're almost
store and getting to work
degrees at the moment. Normally we're at 7
days. Gorgeous night ahead for this Saturday. By 7 p.m., 69 degrees. By
7 degrees above the seasonal norm, but check this out. Back in the early 60s, that warm spell that we had brought us numbers in the upper 80s. So we still had an 8-degree gap between record temp for today and what we clocked in at for our high at Sky Harbor. Tomorrow will be another warm one. It looks like it can potentially be a degree or two warmer, and then we really get warm as we get into the start of the work week. This is when that ridge will probably be at its strongest point, and if we do in fact make it to 84 degrees on Monday, we would tie the old record, and then we see a little bit of a drop in temperature as we get down into the middle of the work week. That's with a storm system that's going to drop out of the Great Basin. Doesn't look like it should affect our forecast greatly, though, other than to cool us down a bit. And Mark talked about all of that moisture making its way through parts of California, Pacific Northwest. You'll see the interior Mountain West also seeing the effects of that. And then snow showers, well, they're going to continue to push through parts of New England, the far northeastern stretches of our country being affected for the next couple of days. It'll be chilly in Boston and New York. We're looking at rain and snow there. Also chilly temperatures all the way through parts of Minnesota. Warmer conditions, though, of course, down to the South, Texas, Oklahoma. We're talking about 60s and 70s for tomorrow. For us tonight, we'll cool to 41 in Globe, 44 for Kingman, and 48 for Tucson. We'll be at 32 for Show Low, 37 for Douglas, and then Yuma at 53, Bullhead City at 57 degrees. For tomorrow, another beautiful day. We'll top out low 60s for Page, same for the Grand Canyon, low 70s for Prescott, same for Globe, and then mid 80s for Yuma, 78 for Douglas, 64 degrees for Show Low. So for tonight, we'll see nice clear conditions out there, expecting to drop down to the mid 50s into tomorrow.
and right now we're still at 80 degrees.
To ask about the incredible new Genius technology.
We'll get probably our warmest day on Monday, and then a little bit cooler temperatures as we get later into the work week.
All right, Kristy, thanks. Well, we all know the ASU U of A rivalry can get pretty intense, but fans of
feud, volunteers from St. Mary's Food Banks
ball game. Sun Devil and Wildcat fans working together to help St. Mary's Food Bank by bringing non-perishable food donations to Wells Fargo Arena for the ASU U of A Food Feud.
We've had some interesting battles here. We've had some people come up that are ASU and U of A fans. They brought one bag of food and kind of fought over which bin it should go in. So they wound up splitting it down the middle and counting the items that were in there and putting it in. So everything seems to be pretty friendly so far, but the game hasn't started yet.
Now, and we will get the latest on that coming up in sports, by the way. St. Mary's will post the winner of the Food Feud on their website coming up on Monday.
At a time when health experts are urging parents to get their kids vaccinated for the measles, free vaccines are being given away.
We're the warmth of the islands.
And if they weren't already unhappy enough,
fashion trends for your home.
their provider addressed their bills with a profanity.